Coming to you from a basement studio somewhere down under. It's the 80s Show with Australia's Retro Man. On tonight's show, Retro Man unboxes the book, The 80s Rom-Com Club. Well, what are we waiting for? Lights, camera, Retro Man.
G'day viewers, Retro Man here and welcome to the 80s Show. Time now for an unboxing video, and this one is for the romantic at heart. Yes guys, I've been shopping again at Amazon, my favourite online shopping destination, and I've picked myself up another book. Actually, this one's got some weight in it. Now, I can't wait to open this, and if you like those romantic comedies from the 80s, you know, those love stories, those fabulous films where you just sit back, relax and soak up the atmosphere and lose yourself in these fascinating characters and their romantic entanglements, well, I think this book will do the trick. I haven't read it yet, but I'm excited to open it up because it's chock full of romantic comedy stories. So let's go, guys. Here it is. I've got my silver snippers. Oh, I'm excited. Let's go. Let's open this book up. Ooh. Got it? All right. Now, here we go. This is it. The 80s Rom-Com Club. Contemporary rom-coms worthy of the biggest 80s blockbusters. Wow, and there's a number of authors here, all in the one compendium. Ooh, this is very exciting. Let's get rid of this packaging. And do you want to come and have a look at this book? So here we go, guys. This is the cover of the 80s Rom-Com Club, a neat looking book that has a number of short stories stylized in the tradition of your favourite 80s romantic comedies. It says here, contemporary rom-coms worthy of the biggest 80s blockbusters. That's a neat looking cover, and flip it over here and we'll read this blurb. Is there like anything more totally awesome than the fun rom-com blockbusters of the 80s? The women in the online Just Another 80s Rom-Com Lovers Club don't think so. Join these digital friends as they live out their own swoon-worthy love stories reminiscent of rom-coms from the most righteous decade. Now, as I said, there's a number of short stories in here, and there's a bit of a blurb by a critic that says, whether you're a lover of the 80s or just a lover of happily ever afters, this is one collection you won't want to miss. That was by Bethany Turner. So just to read out a couple of the titles of the stories, there's one called The Fix-Up, another one called Evie Tyler's Day Off. Does that sound a little bit like Ferris Bueller's? We'll just have to wait and see. And another one called Sure About You, Just Like That. So it's a neat book. I'll flick through here, and as you can see, it's brimming with text, and I can't wait to read a couple of these. And it's a hefty book, as I said. There's over 500 pages here. This one's for the romantic at heart, and hey, it should be a great read. So there we have it, guys, the 80s Rom-Com Club, a fascinating book of short stories, lovey-dovey ones, if you will, and I'm looking forward to it. I love my 80s rom-coms, and this book has left me thinking, maybe I should return with a video about romantic comedies. Let me think about that for a minute. Yes, I know what I'll do. How about I come back with 5 must-see romantic comedies from the 80s. Yes, I'm happy to come back and talk about some of my favourites. In the meantime, guys, I'm going to read this neat book, and hey, who else has read the 80s Rom-Com Club? If you have, tell me about it in the comments section below. In the meantime, like, comment and subscribe, and keep a lookout for my video on 5 must-see romantic comedies from the 80s. This is Retro Man, living the dream, 80s style. Stay gold.
Thanks for watching. Retro Man will return faster than a boomerang and more romantic than Ralph Macchio in The Karate Kid Part 2. Now that's cute. Please subscribe and good night, viewers.